TikTok. Didn't he say he's gonna have TikTok?
I need a ride or
Hey, hey, Lundy. Who's jumping this off? What did you just spray?
Oh, setting spray. Would you like some?
All right. Y'all ready? This is what we do, y'all.
Yeah, girl.
Give Rico his spray.
Give
Right.
himself a little mist, you know? Give Rico his little freshen up going. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, stop it.
Get the lip. Hit the lip. Hit the lip.
Just set your look.
My look has been set since '93. You hear me?
93? Oh, you a baby.
Face the other way.
Wait, I'm a baby.
Flip it. You got it?
Flip it. Okay. Did you just do your makeup?
Yeah, I know, but you know, I be looking shiny. I don't like looking shiny.
Live center?
I'd be shiny too.
Go live.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, and we got this little stand.
Angles.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally have nobody in here. Are they
Right.
glistening
Go down a little
in the
bit.
light? No, it can.
Ghetto.
It can. Oh, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so y'all can read off the comments and stuff. Or the,
Yeah,
but this is TikTok. Oh.
Just TikTok.
Y'all always got some new
Who's
gadgets.
doing the?
You. I'm gonna take this from. I'm gonna
Oh.
pass that one to you.
How do
Oh,
I
it
make
means
sure
Rico
the?
did it. Okay.
How do I make sure the volume's all the way up?
There's a single for Jada and Amanda. Their shoulders are kind of close.
No, that's fine. We can do it over the shoulder.
Our shoulders are kind of. Okay. It's up.
Yeah. People
Okay.
gotta say hi.
Hi, Georgie.
Do we both look too high, like above? Okay. Why you wanna? Thank you guys.
Rico's a deep thought, right?
Why you wanna He in deep something. Maybe not thoughts.
I'm in deep digest.
Why should
All right.
Deep
digestion.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm digesting
I
the
was gonna
facts
look
so I
cool,
can
like,
wow. You know, have you ever watched Michael Tyson? Have you ever watched Mike Tyson train for a fight?
Trauma bond. We're warming up, guys.
Wait a minute.
About
Let
to
me
give you start the exact.
Just
'cause
now.
I don't want to
But
misquote
hey,
it.
thanks for joining. Keep coming, cause we about to.
Oh shit.
It is the ride or die chick.
We nosy.
Should be chick
I know.
or girl.
Why we gonna read that text like
Okay.
that? Like, you promised it.
Well, 'cause Yumi wants to pin it on the thing. Remember when we didn't even know how to pin?
Hey, love from Philly. Hey,
Yeah, I think
Ann
ride or
from
die.
Philly. You guys can let us know where you're from.
Yeah, let's do that.
Where are my Houston people at? Hey.
Aaron's repping Houston right now.
where y'all at?
I'm repping Jersey because I've been here for about 6 years now.
What's up, Jersey? That's right, Jada.
I'm from the A6.
Brooklyn in the house.
That's where we come from.
You gotta be close to the mic and then.
What I do? Oh, I didn't do that.
Who look like close.
Yeah, every time you
got
take
your
a pull, it's
mouth.
25,000.
Nye from Brooklyn. What's up? Oh, we got a Brazil.
Yay, international.
Hola,
Okay.
mommy. Oh, that's not Portuguese.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump this off today. So there's a very common term that is used in pop culture, hip hop culture in our community, and it's called the ride or die chick. So
We love 'em.
We're going to dive into that today, the good, the bad, the history, you know, whether it's a trauma response, like we really want to figure this out. So we really need y'all to give us y'all's comments because we don't know it all, right? So we want to make sure y'all send y'all's comments, y'all's questions, and we're ready to start it. Y'all ready?
Let's do it. Let's get right into it.
All right.
So what's up?
We can start off from 2 bars from you?
Yeah.
From the song?
My name is Jada. I never been a hater. I know you don't like me, but bitch, I'ma see you later. If you
I'm
wanna
talking about
fight,
the ride or die part.
If you want to fight, oh.
I was
Oh
like,
my God, weren't you
I
just
thought you
singing
wanted
ride or
some
die
bars.
chick?
I
I
was
was
ready.
thrown for a loop
Oh.
there.
Y'all, when I walked in here, everybody was singing ride or die
That
chick.
chick.
We had music, everything.
With my friends in the back.
DJ Hundo.
Give us some. Go ahead. Go do a bar.
Is there? Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
All right.
no, okay, yeah, no bars.
Okay, so no bars.
So, no bars.
No bars.
All right, Rico.
All right, Aaron. You see, this is what I'm saying. If she was over there, like, because we're far, I could feel the. Like, it's
There's
like-
nothing.
There's a lot of tension.
It was
Let me pull up another tab.
Being-
Go ahead. Whoa. I got my
What?
All right, let me just.
That's your facts.
It's all right.
No, go ahead.
It's all right. Don't worry. I'm gonna open up another thing.
fight for the
I used to
computer.
work over here.
Fight
We could
for
do
the
this.
laptop.
Here's-
All right, let's. You know
Here's
what?
a new
Everyone
window.
knows that I love a good definition. We got to make sure we have a baseline. So let me know if
Let's do it.
y'all disagree. But I did go to Urban Dictionary.
I read that one too.
All right, and there was one other site I went to that I can't remember the name of it. But
Back.
right here.
On. It's just on for the audience.
Yeah, but they weren't seeing our face. They were just seeing our shoulders.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Terrible's a strong word.
She meant
Put
it.
it right here.
She meant it. Wait, how are we supposed to read that?
You
from?
see what we do for everybody that in our
right.
lives, guys. We just want to say thank you for supporting us. Keep on liking, subscribing.
All right,
Drop a
TikTok,
super
can you
chat.
see us? IG, can you see us? YouTube, can you see us?
Unique
Everybody,
Books, is Unique Books in the building?
thumbs up.
Wait, no, I think I need a pillow too because I feel really low. Okay, forget it.
Just that Erin just looks like she's like
No, but she looks
5'10".
tall, too. I have a long torso.
I don't.
All right, are we ready now, people?
You're waiting.
All right, so we're gonna jump this off with the definition, and it did come from Urban Dictionary, so that's my citation of a ride or die chick. So it
Ride or
says,
die chick. We're only talking about ride or die chicks or ride or die.
I'm sorry, ride or die, but it's typically like it's typically with respect to a woman.
Oh, typically, but we're talking about we're gender neutral here at 8 at the table.
I mean, y'all don't be right.
Well,
Go ahead.
I don't know if they ever made a song called "Ride or Die Dude," but okay.
Jada got it.
The definition is when you're willing to do anything for someone you love or someone you really appreciate in your life, the person you stand by during any problem. In conjunction, it's the conjunction of phrases "ride it out" or "die trying."
Love it.
Yeah.
That girl.
That
I'm
sounds
not
like-
gonna lie. When I read those two together, I was like,
Sounds like marriage.
that's clear.
Like it sounds to death.
But trust me, everybody who married ain't a ride or die.
Right.
Yeah, they leave.
So in other words, you are down for whatever, even if it kills you.
Ooh.
Do I need to hit that one more time, E?
Say it again, girl.
All right. So the phrases, it looks like the phrases come from a conjunction of two phrases: ride it out or die trying. So in other words, you're down for whatever, even if it kills you.
Even if it kills you. That seems like,
That's the
doesn't that
part.
seem like so fucking dramatic?
That's the
Like,
part. Like,
even if it fucking kills you.
yeah, that's the part I
Right.
can't.
Nah,
Like,
lie.
I'm a
Can't really get with it.
beside him,
We've been seeing
even
that
if
a
it
lot.
kills me.
You know, how about this? And I want to
Seems
just
like that's normal.
so that we can have some like some illustrative examples.
Illustrative.
We can look at Kimbella and Joel's.
Oh, okay.
Just people that you know kind of
little
You
know.
can look
hip-hop
at
reference?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Krishan Rock.
Well,
and
that
Blue.
was gonna be my last one.
All right,
Because they're
well,
like
that's where it started from.
right, because they're like the epitome of it. So I was gonna do them
the
last.
beginning. Yeah.
Thanks,
But
Rico.
did y'all hear that? Krishan Rock and Blueface Baby. God
I thought
damn!
was-
Now that
I
girl,
thought that was pretty good.
I'm not sure what's going
I
on.
don't even know what happened, so I didn't hear
Yeah.
about it.
you didn't hear about that relationship, like how they're just like
I know nothing about the relationship.
really?
I just know that they're in a
for
relationship.
the first
I
time
just
they're
found out.
so entertaining that
I actually found them like crazy at first, but then I really got into it.
He's an Aquarius, by the way.
Are they married?
clearly,
I said-
but no. Actually, I think they just broke up.
Oh, okay.
But see, this is the thing, right? When it comes to ride or die, when it comes to being a ride or die chick, this is more for me. I feel as though women, they tend to be a ride or die chick, and there's really no like happy ending. I don't know. That's just my perspective. I feel as though, like, because if you ask me, are you a ride or die chick? Yeah, I'll ride it out for a certain amount of time, but there has to be a lesson learned eventually, and you have to realize, all right, is it worth me sticking out till the death part? You know what I'm saying? Like, like sometimes I feel like when you're a ride or die, it's not usually a healthy situation because you're riding for someone and you're not necessarily, obviously, as a couple, making the best decisions, and it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna stick it out either way. And I think that's like very unhealthy and it's not something that I could see myself doing. And I don't think I've ever, well, as an adult, I've never done that. But when I was younger, I used to put myself in situations with people that I knew it's like, why am I even around this or supporting this? And I don't agree with it. Marry me.
I agree with Jada. I really don't take ride or die to be something of a healthy term, something of a positive term. I really see that term very negatively because I don't know, maybe just in my mind, I associate that with doing something bad that you got to stick it out for. You know, you got to stick it out with your partner through something bad like, oh, he got locked up, so you got to hold it down. You got to be a ride or die chick. Selling drugs, you gotta, hold it down and, take the drugs elsewhere and hide from the cops and something crazy. I don't know. That's where my mind goes.
Lying under oath.
Yeah.
That's regular.
Yeah, but
you
that's
see,
the
but it's
problem.
not,
That's
and
a
that's
problem.
exactly, and it's not healthy, and it's
A parent will lie under oath for their child. That's riding or dying.
Someone
But that
they
but
pushed
no,
out of their body.
I don't
But it's
care.
always
Whoa,
a
whoa, whoa, whoa.
negative
No.
situation.
What we're going to do is we're not going to give any other variables to the context of what's being said. So if you push out of your body or not, you are riding and dying for your child, right? What I'm trying to do is understand why is there a negative stigma on it. For example, you can ride or die for your kid, right? Most parents do, actually. And you can ride or die for maybe your sister, a family, a loved one, someone that you deem to be a significant other. But the second that it enters the realm of a relationship, we look at it as a negative
I kind of feel
stigma.
like why
I
would
know
you
that
push
there are
it?
ride or dies, right? Friends, bros. The code is ride or die. But we may not, actually, we do actually say it, ride or die. Like, for example, once you jump into a certain street life, you are a ride or die. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying everybody does abide by those rules. But what I'm saying is that it is a normal thing to demonstrate an immense amount of loyalty to one another. Now, has there been in certain instances, has it been one-sided? Yes. But in other instances, it is actually on both ends. There are dudes that ride it out for their girl. There are dudes that love women who are truly terrible women. And they would sit on her side and be her little hush puppy dog until he finally gets the chance because all he wanted to do was demonstrate loyalty. So let's not make this a gender thing.
I'm not making it a gender thing. Can I just say I think you really pushed it with putting the
Thanks.
family.
Did jumping jacks,
You
gymnastics,
just really overdid it. You
super
tried it.
gymnastics.
I think like
Why?
we're not talking about a family, mother, daughter, brother, sister bond. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a relationship. And at the end of the day, if someone that's not my family is putting me in a negative position or making me jeopardize my life in any kind of way,
Is your husband your family?
you said husband. So
I'm
that
just asking
means
you a
we're
question. You
tied
said
to each
relationship.
other.
Is your husband your family?
Married. Now you're jumping
Okay.
again.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm asking
just
you a very
boyfriend,
simple.
girlfriend.
Is your husband your
You
family?
don't have to be a ride or die to your husband.
Okay,
you're in a
but he's
you're
your
in a partnership. You're connected. You have paperwork on that.
So
that's
you-
totally different.
Your husband is not your family.
Can
Your husband is your family. That's
Okay.
the point I'm
Can I
making.
clear it up for y'all? Let's just make it really clear. You can have 30 husbands. You only get one mama. You only get one father.
Amen.
So that's the difference.
And
that
some of
she's
them
trying to make.
some of them are the worst people in those people's lives. So what I'm saying is to go back to it. I don't like we want to add variables, and that's what one thing that I learned that a lot of people try to do to diffuse
No.
whatever the real principles are. I want to talk about principles on ride or die.
What are they?
The principles of ride or die is extreme loyalty under any circumstance. Now,
To your detriment?
Exactly.
even
I'm like,
even
fucking what?
I spoke very clearly when I said any, I meant any, to your own detriment, to one's detriment, whatever the case may be. It's extreme loyalty under any circumstance.
Can I just clean up what I said, because it makes a point when you say under any circumstance, but it really only comes down to being called a ride or die under a negative circumstance. When you're in trouble or when you gotta fend for your family, even if it is a family. It could be a partner, it could be your sister, like you said, it could be your child, like you say, but it's under a negative circumstance that you gotta be that ride or die for them.
That's because you have to think about it. Everybody's loyalty is tested in your life. And the only time your loyalty gets tested is when things are hard. Unfortunately, that's the reality. When me and you are great, I don't expect anything to be wrong with us. But when me and you are not great, are we still going to be good? So that's why you see this stigma of ride or die under negative circumstances, because under the negative circumstances is when one defines their loyalty to you or to what you may have, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a family, sister, brotherly bond.
Can I speak now real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I think
My
that sounded
thing
great,
is-
guys, right?
I don't know. It's cool, but it's cool. But in my
I
opinion,
love Jada.
in my opinion, because you just made me like so disgusted with that. Like, not disgusted. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that
That's
word.
the right word.
You
I
can
think
say
it was
it.
annoyed. But
Upset.
in my opinion, this is the thing that I'm trying to get to. Is it really worth being a ride or die?
Not all the time.
It's not always worth it. And it's not always gonna
agree.
be like the outcome. If the outcome, for example, if my man is about to go to jail for 10 years and, I'm expected to just, hold it down, stick it out, not knowing what the situation is going to be when he comes back, or not knowing, like, a lot of things can change in that time. If I decide for myself it's healthier for me to just move on and, like, try to make a better life for myself and find happiness with someone else, is it now an issue that I chose not to be a writer?
No.
And I don't think that it should be an issue. Like, even in gangs, like, if we're talking about gangs, that's not a healthy situation to even be in. So it's always like, I don't think it matters. I don't think that's the same thing when you're in a marriage. I think it's really when you're in traumatic relationships with not traumatic, but you're in basically detrimental relationships, or relationships that'll make you, there's no great end goal. So it's kind of like, what is the purpose of that?
I just have a question. Let me know if you agree or you don't.
Sir?
In most marriages that we've watched or heard of and grew up to fantasize and have the imagination of, right? We've all heard this sentence before, maybe numerous times. Till death do us part.
Yes, we've all heard that.
You're missing my point.
I'm just asking a question because I'm making a different point.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just wanting to know yes or no.
Hurry up.
I just want to know yes or no.
But yes,
Like,
the answer is yes.
Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it, even though Aaron just went to look at me.
Hey.
With the
so, like,
straightest fucking face.
because listen, here's my thing, right? I'm not gonna argue, and I would never argue being a ride or die to somebody that is not worth it to do it. That's foolish, right? Not everybody deserves your loyalty, especially if they haven't demonstrated loyalty within themselves to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, I think ride or die, in my personal opinion and experience, is a reciprocity of partners, right? When a man is ride or dying for a woman, or whether he's ride or dying for his homie, there are situations that are coming up nonstop where you're dictating, or where you're demonstrating, I should say, your loyalty to each other. Now, when it gets to the biggest point, right, whatever case that may be, some people, it could be in a marriage where a dude was like, yo, we've worked for 10 years. We've been married for 10 years. We've worked for 10 years. We saved our money for 10 years. I want to take all of our money and flood it into this investment. Are you riding with it?
No.
That's
I'm
different.
not saying you should. I don't think
We have $30 left.
I don't think that, but the point that I'm trying to make is, not every woman is a ride or die or is capable, because being a ride or die comes with an extreme amount of unselfishness and how about this? Selflessness. So, and you have to understand and see the bigger picture within that relationship. So if that is the case, because I want to get away from the stigma of you're going to jail. Right, you have to lie on court, because a ride or die is not always you're going to jail and a dude is committing crimes. A ride or die is, this is rough, is going to be rough, or whatever the case may be. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Are you willing to see it through?
That's a great example, and I like that. And I feel like it's a little different than a ride or die, because I feel like that's like ride or die and being someone's wife or husband. I feel like those are just two separate things. And I feel like extreme loyalty to someone you don't have like I don't owe you anything.
Bound to-
There's not it's not significant enough, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I think in a marriage, those things are going to happen and those things are expected to happen and those things are things that you work on as a partnership. But when you talk about ride or die, there's so many different things that can come into the situation and you're not really benefiting in any way because this is not someone you're married to. This is someone that you're taking chance with for no reason.
I know some wives and some husbands that are not ride or dies. And I know some wives and some husbands that are ride or dies. I think that, like,
But it's not as much as of a chance.
it's always a chance.
Because in order to break that bond, you have to go through a divorce.
Y'all.
You have to.
Y'all.
Yeah, come on, break it down. Help us out.
This is so.
There's
This
no
is,
break- no, no,
this
no,
is
no.
the main difference between having loyalty and a commitment to somebody versus being a ride or die, if you will. Because, like she said, in a marriage, you have a partnership. Everybody's gonna give, everybody's gonna take, everybody's gonna benefit. But in a ride or die situation, there's an unequal power dynamic. It's typically one person who is getting the majority of the benefit of that relationship. It's typically one person who's shouldering the burden, the emotional bullshit, the hurt, and everything else of that relationship. So we're conflating a whole bunch of things that need to be like cleared up because at the end of the day, you can be extremely loyal. You can be extremely committed to somebody, but loyal to what?
And
Foolishness?
boundaries. You have to have
Loyal to
boundaries.
stupidity? Loyal to bullshit?
Most
Loyal to bad decisions? Loyal to bad decisions that's gonna fuck up your life?
Go ahead, girl.
Their life? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, if I'm married, we're in a partnership. So whatever bad happens, it's happening to us. But in a ride or die situation, if something bad happens, one person
It's happening
is
to
taking-
both. Like,
no, it's not.
Yes, it
One's taking-
is.
One person is taking the unequal burden because you're so loyal in an unequally balanced relationship. I don't understand, like, what's so hard about this concept.
Because if you really I'm gonna clear some. First of all, your concept is not the best. But what I will say is,
We agreed on the definition.
no. You said usually one party is getting more than the other. I've never agreed on that. I actually said it was an equal or a certain amount of reciprocity, to be exact. And we have people watching. So what I will say is this. Most men, first and foremost, marry their ride or dies or people that they deem their ride or dies. This is not something that we actually have a whole stat for.
Yeah, that's
We
what I'm saying.
don't.
Give us some.
We don't.
But what I can say is most men, and I've said this before, and actually not only did I say it, a lot of men that came on Eight at the Table said it. When they start to choose to marry a woman, most times they marry the woman that had been there through it all. We had a girl come on here a couple weeks ago. I forgot. I'm sorry. Alyssa, I believe. Yeah. We had a girl come over here a few weeks back, and she stated that she got her man because she been riding with him from the very beginning. They were friends at first because he wasn't ready for a relationship. Right? Long story short, 3 years passed. They've been together ever since. They actually have investments together now. Men do not trust, and I'm not going to say all. A lot of men, when we're talking about gender now in this ride or die, gender siding, a lot of men marry their ride or dies because men do not just trust, especially 2022. Men don't just trust a woman with everything that he has. Granted, he has something to give or offer or lose, realistically. Now, when it comes down to it, Bonnie and Clyde, because this is where everything stemmed from with ride or die. Correct, Aaron?
That's where the whole like.
Ideology came from.
You get me in
No,
trouble.
no,
I'm gonna ride
that's
it
the
out.
word. The
romanticism
That's where the whole
of ride or
romanticism
die.
of that
Okay,
all came
cool.
from.
So the Bonnie and Clyde history, right? Was this one-sided? Did they equally?
You gotta share the history.
No, I'm asking.
Share the story.
Okay.
I gotta know it.
So let's share the story. But in that time, Aaron, can we just let everybody on TikTok go
Didn't
to
they die
YouTube?
together? They got shot up.
Let everybody-
So there was nobody who won.
And guess what? That ain't even worth
Yo.
it.
Hold on a second, guys.
That ain't
Wanna
even
tell
gonna be
everybody-
me.
Y'all, TikTok, we're about to log off for you guys. So if y'all want to hear the rest of this conversation, because it's finna get juicy, make sure y'all log on to YouTube, like, interact, give us y'all's comments because we're watching it. Send badges, gifts, loves, tithes, and offering, all of that. All right, so log off of TikTok and get on the YouTube so
The
y'all
link
can
is-
hear.
The link is in the bio.
Yeah.
You guys just go to the link and go to YouTube. Guys, go to YouTube. We're about to log off. Thank you so much for the roses. Damn, roses,
Bye.
roses, more roses, roses.
Bye,
Love it.
TikTok.
Bye, TikTok.
Bye.
Gayo sent 20 times 23, 25, 27,
Yes.
Woo, woo, woo.
30.
Thank you.
They're sending us mad roses. They're not trying to help
They
us.
You don't want to leave?
No,
Okay.
guys, go
Let's
to
give it 10 more
YouTube.
minutes.
Go to YouTube, guys. Them roses is real. Thank you so much. I don't know what
Y'all, please go to YouTube. Go to
I was
YouTube.
just asking. I was like, what does the rose mean?
Right.
Thank you so.
Be
32
cute.
roses. Thank you so
I'm
much.
like, or is this
All right, cool. Well,
It's a thing. I don't know.
TikTok, go to YouTube.
I kind of want a grape too. I'm gonna take one. No, I'll
Okay,
take
so
this
back
too.
to Bonnie and Clyde. I don't like
Yeah.
how they got shot up at the end, and I think that's a great
Well, can we
example
hear
of what
the
I'm trying to
story?
say.
I'm not saying.
Somebody gotta
Yeah.
share this story. Let's get
Rico.
some stories.
Young
Well,
and in love,
So
trauma
right
bonding.
here, I have their first meeting. I mean, it's a very in-depth story, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna be like we're probably gonna have to
Let's
break it
get
down
the
to pieces.
gist.
A little
Well,
story.
They was robbing banks together.
To
girl.
begin with, right? They met. One of them was injured, and they met. They were 19-year-olds and 19-year-old. Well, the male was 20, and the woman was 19. Right.
Also give the year.
19 January 5th, 1930 is the year that they met, their first meeting. Now, by 1932, so it jumps straight to 2 years. So 2 years being together, it says early robberies. This is based on Wikipedia, by the way. That's my citation in the words of Aaron. 1932, they had some early robberies and murders. Earl was released from prison, so it looks like he was arrested, but the dude came out of prison in February 1932. He began making robberies. Guys, I'm gonna have to take time to actually read. This is a lot.
But the point is,
Yeah.
they were young, they were teens, and they were young as hell, haven't even experienced life. They're just puppy love, basically.
Frontal lobe
This is
ain't
the reality.
developed.
Exactly. These are young kids, and this is not even in a century. So that is another issue. But these are two young people that are just madly in love, that are doing dumb shit together. That's like saying, Alan's teenage son, we're gonna follow his whatever he does and make a term out of it, and then now it's just
A thing.
set in stone.
I have a
No, Rico, I see
have a
your
question.
face. I know you hear me.
Yeah, but I'm ignoring you.
Oh well, great.
but-
I'm gonna start working on that. Okay?
So they
I'm gonna do that to you.
they were together for about 5 years.
They got shot up together.
What I'm
period.
saying, yeah, which is
Who
dope.
wants to die young? Like, who wants to get shot up with the person that they love? Like, shouldn't we be pushing towards having an end goal in a relationship, not riding it out and be like extreme loyalty is a problem in our culture.
I can
it's
see
a
it.
problem because that's what happens in gangs. You're sitting here being loyal to people who are what? Jumping
loyal
each
to
other,
you.
not loyal to you. So much confusion, jumping each other in, so much
Doing
chaos
time
going
'cause
in
you
and
won't snitch.
doing time. People getting shot up. People, parents' houses getting shot up. You being fucking loyal to people that are your friends and your bros, and you're having this people that are not even your real blood family. You're having bonds with them that are just going absolutely nowhere. You're ending up in jails together. This is just an example. I'm not talking about relationship wise, but I'm just saying in general, that's being a ride or die to your homeboy, and there's no benefit to that.
There is benefit. We gotta
To
stop.
have a good
Let me-
friendship,
well, hold
what,
on.
and
I
then
gotta
die
close
at
this.
23. So what's
How
the
about
point of
this?
having
How
a
about
great
this?
friend? I'm saying something real quick. So you're having a friendship with your homeboy. You're making dumbass decisions. You guys are just living life and just having loyalty to each other. I'll fight for you. I'll ride for you. Let's get money together. Let's make sure we trust each other. And then you guys what really are you working towards? Like, work on, like, obviously you can't marry your homeboy, but in a relationship,
Yeah, they
work
can.
on, have a
That's what
true
they
that.
want.
Yeah, and
But in
wish.
a
now they
relationship,
can.
there needs to be a goal. Like, why am I riding so hard for you? Like, why are we giving so much of ourselves to other people? When I die, I'm going to die alone. I'm going to be buried alone. So I'm not giving anybody way more loyalty than I give to myself. That is the point. I need to have loyalty to myself at an extreme height
All
before
right.
I can give it to anybody else.
Well, this
so fuck a ride or die.
Well,
I'm not
here's
ride or
the-
dying for nobody. I ain't dying for no motherfucker.
You don't have to, but what you do have to do is honor your word once you commit to something. So now, once you want to say that, hey, look, you want to jump in the gang. If you decide to jump in the gang and the code is to ride or die, that is the code. That is something that you must obey by. If you decide to jump into a fraternity, right? Your fraternities are ride or dies. There's millions of different organizations that are just not a gang culture.
An
Sororities
establishment
and
of
fratern.
learning?
No,
But it does
Learning
not. No.
establishment?
What you're doing
A
is
college?
no.
We're going
What
from
you're
gang to college?
because what you're doing is you're trying to put ride or die is only on the people who are willing to be
When
detrimental.
you ride with your frat brother,
trying
y'all
to
are
talk. I
probably
didn't talk while
going
you
to
were
do
talking.
great
Wait, can
things
I
rather
correct
than
one thing that y'all are
I
both?
wasn't talking while you were talking.
No, both of y'all are saying one wrong thing. Sororities and fraternities are not ride or die organizations.
factory.
What I'm trying to say is ride or die organizations does not have to be a staple. We're talking about what's the culture. Now, guess what? If you want to say what's ride or die, now a lot of people that sign up to certain things, when you join certain organizations, you have the expectancy to ride for that person with extreme loyalty. Now, all of these places and all these organizations and all of these parties do not always have to result to a dying outcome, because what they're doing doesn't go down that route. So now what my problem that I'm hearing is that we always take the ride or die and only think about the death part. Right? We don't ever want to think about the ride part. Like nine times out of 10, most people that are doing the ride or die are not dying. How about that? Most times the people that are doing the ride or die are actually typically riding with the person
Until it gets uncomfortable. I give you that. All right.
riding with the person that is going to benefit them. Most people are riding with people that are going to benefit them, especially nowadays more than ever, because now everybody has an awareness of what 1 + 1 = 2, of what this step is going to equate to, with plus their moves is going to equate to this outcome. So now when you have all these people like, yo, you know how many people be like, I don't even want to join a gang now. There's less gang members than there is now joining new actively than there was before, even though it's a pop culture thing. You know why? Because they're seeing the outcome. It's being demonstrated of what's going to happen. You know how many people, when 6ix9ine got out of jail, said, I'm glad he snitched. I would snitch too? Millions. And those people could be deemed as not ride or dies. But this is something that is awareness. But those people will do a ride or die for something else.
Well, who's wrong in that situation?
Well, not that situation.
I'm just curious to know your perspective. Do you think 6ix9ine should have snitched or not?
No. He should have never. I mean, it's a very complex situation, and I don't want to dive into that man's business. But at the end of the day, once you sign up for something,
You snitching.
especially when like I said,
I'm snitching.
I'm 20-some years.
I'm definitely snitching. Don't ever think I'm not.
Relocate me.
Don't do no dirt with me.
the crazy thing is, and
I get it, but
nowadays too, here's the worst part, and this is something for people to understand. Nowadays, in 2022, a lot of times, snitches still do jail time. They just do less of
They
it.
just do less.
So
Save
now,
yourself.
like, but you didn't save yourself. You put yourself in more harm's way.
no, I'm moving to Mexico.
You
But can
can't
I
just.
also say
What, Jada? He's the last grade.
relocate my ass, right at this point?
But my thing is this: why will we have considered, for example, like the thing is, we don't have the context of everybody's relationship. Right. And not everybody's relationship is going to permit some type of crazy obstacle that is a burden that most people, male or female, will not be able to overcome. A lot of people's ride or die situations could have just been, my husband lost his job and I had to take control of the vehicle for 3 years. I was that ride or die.
Right. And I
That
understand
everybody's, you know what I'm saying? So when we talk about ride or die, and everybody's narrative and definition of the extreme outcome does not come to play.
So can I just say, in my mind, I'm feeling like, just one more thing. In my mind, I'm feeling as though I understand where you're coming from, and I feel like most people don't think husband and wife when they think ride or die. That's where my mind is different. And I feel as though in a ride or die situation, there's always one person that's like probably more of the insecure of the two. One person is taking advantage, and I think that's where there's an issue, because there's someone in the situation that is gonna lose more, and that's why it just.
Sometimes
I don't think of it as husband and wife. When I think of ride or die, I just feel as though there's someone who's being taken advantage of, and I just don't.
So let me ask you this question, right? When Bonnie and Clyde were robbing banks for 4 to 5 years, right? You think that Bonnie was the only one enjoying the luxuries of all of their robberies?
No, again, I think those were two young people that were making dumbass decisions.
I get that. I get what you think about that. But my question is this: was was only one person benefiting from their risk.
No.
So now what ends up happening is you have two people benefiting from certain risk when you're doing the ride or die. The ride or die always comes with benefits. Let's not get that confused.